This is Starforged, Tabula Rasa, written and performed by Redstone Archender. Based on the game by Shawn Tomkin. Welcome to Starforged, Tabula Rasa, the continuing adventures of Janya, a bounty hunter who has lost his memories because an alien creature has embedded itself into his brain. It's probably giving him some special powers, some of which we've only seen a glimpse of, and now he has gotten himself embroiled in the internal politics of the Valenus pirate clan, which has taken over multiple sectors of space out here in the Expanse. Previously, Janya has tracked down and discovered the location of the Valenus clan's secret base out in the void. He's being aided by the AI Augur, who is in charge of the Sirocco station, but because many people don't like the robot voice, Janya has recently met a 6-year-old girl named Kiri Vega, who is somehow tied in to the deaths of multiple Essentia and is a foul-mouthed talker and kind of copious drug user, to the point where I stumbled into that and it kind of disturbs me as well. I am very sorry. We come back to find Janya trying to meditate, trying to use the abilities of the strange symbiote in his brain to see if he can find another sector that is under the boot of this Valenus clan, some group that may somehow ally with him to take down the Valenus clan. So, here's the thing. I was just looking through the preview edition files. Apparently a bunch of them got updated not that long ago from when I'm recording this, and certain things have changed. Specifically, I've noticed the seer path ability that Janya has changed rather significantly. I'm going to keep it the way it was, where Janya can actually try to meditate to gather information. He's going to try to gather information about where he might find an ally, or allies. So there's got to be some sector out there that'll get him some sort of allies. Which, to be honest, I've already rolled up a sector using like the starting sector rules of where there actually is another group of people under Valenus clan's controls, but we're going to see how Janya finds out about it. So first off, he's going to use this seer power to try to gather information about a place, a being, or event, person, or at a distance. He's going to roll plus spirit, which is a +5, and we're going to see if he can gather some information about who could help him. Oh, that is awesome. Well, fortunately for me, so I only got a 2 on the action die, plus the 5. I have a match on the 5s. I actually rolled 2 5s on the challenge dice, so that's a match. That's a strong hit, so awesome stuff is going to happen. So now I'm jumping to the play kit, which has also been updated. So just for the audience, in case I read something that contradicts what I said in the past, rule-wise, it really could be the fact that I'm reading different rules than are what have been written. I apologize for that. I am really enjoying this game so far, but it's still in the preview edition. It's still a work in progress, and yeah, so look forward to the final copies of this that will come. I think the Kickstarter date was March of 2020, so we've got a ways, but I'm still having fun with it. Alright, so gather information. On a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn, then take +2 momentum. Heck yeah! So our momentum, which was only 2 from previous sessions, is now doubled up to 4. Heck yeah! Alrighty. So, Janya sits. He gets in the half lotus position, because I'll be honest, I've been meditating for over a decade and I still can't get in full lotus. And I just don't think he's that limber. Not with his edge being only 1. So, Janya gets into half lotus. He sits, he clears his mind, he focuses on ally, those oppressed by the Valenus clan. And then he sees a new star, a young star in a molecular cloud. Floating through this molecular cloud is a world on fire, a furnace world, toxic, no life around this world. And floating around this world is, well, it's weird. It is a giant space station, but at the same time, it somehow looks like a wooden cabin. A giant wooden cabin. It has multiple doors. Yeah, just a big wooden cabin floating around a fiery planet, and out in deep space, farther out of the molecular cloud, there's this place. It feels like it's just scrap, but he also sees it's made out of scrap and organic materials. And for some reason, he has like a fountain in his mind. He sees a fountain when he sees that, and he snaps out of it, and he realizes he needs some help with this. But he's found something. He's seen 2 different stations out in this one sector. He must find out where this is. He is going to send a message to Kiri, the 6-year-old with potty mouth, and try to get some information about what's going on. So we jump to Janya standing outside Kiri's quarters, ringing the bell and knocking physically on the bulkhead. Kiri, boop boop, boop boop. Kiri, I'm trying to knock like you wanted. The door opens and a giant kind of purple haze filters out. Hey there, Janya. How you doing, Mr. Omega? What can I do for you? Hey, so like I was saying, I was hoping to get some information, from Augur. I think I know where to find some allies, but I need some help. Yeah, okay, fine. Just what do you got? And what do you know? Well, so I was seeing, and he relays this information to Kiri. We don't need to go over it again. And of course, Augur is listening to everything because he is the station AI. He has eyes and ears everywhere. Oh, he's saying you're just describing the Cortana Rift. Like there's that's actually there's actually really easy a course to go from there to here. Of course, the problem being the Valenus clan has blocked off that whole way. Like they're looking for you, man. Like they will. You will not survive. So I don't know what to tell you. But I can give you the basic coordinates generally, and then the route and stuff. Well, actually, that'll be okay. I'll just kind of do an expedition. I mean, I have the symbiote, and maybe that'll help me make my way through. Yeah, so I will go, that's fine. I will just go a different way and undertake an expedition and try to get around the Valenus clan, yet get to the Cortana Rift. Thank you, young lady. Yeah, whatever, fucker. Get out of here. And so Janya is going to make an expedition to the Cortana Rift. He does not know how to get there explicitly. Well, he knows how to get there if he wants to die, but he's going to try to work his way around. So he loads up his ship, gets it ready. He explains to Evelyn what is going on and how he needs... He definitely needs some help with this, and she seems to assent to this. And she allows him to activate the ship. And time for an expedition. So Janya is going to try to undertake an expedition. And of course, because he is going to be traversing area, he doesn't know where he's going. He knows that the Valenus clan is between him and there. He is going to be using his wits, which makes sense because it is also his best stat. So, for the first segment, I'm rolling 2d10s and a d6, and adding +3 to the d6, the action die. So we have, on the action die, yet another 2, plus a 3 is a 5. Oh, actually, I have not given this expedition a rank and a name. Well, the name's easy, we're going to the Cortana Rift, but we need to give it a rank. Okay, so just to finish the roll that I'm doing, unfortunately the action die are a 10 and a 3. So it's a weak hit, but we need to know how hard it is to get to the Cortana Rift, given this. So we know we have a weak hit, but we don't know how many ticks that is. We haven't made the track yet. Jumped ahead. My bad. Alright, so I am going to use the table I made before, which has a 35% chance for troublesome, 30% for dangerous, 20% for formidable, 10% for extreme, and only 5% for epic. Alrighty, so I have a green and a yellow die. Green's going to be the high, and we get a 68%. That puts us right in the middle, formidable. So now I've given the expedition a name, Expedition to Cortana Rift. We know that it is formidable. We have a weak hit, and undertake an expedition on a weak hit as above, which is reach a waypoint, envision the location, and mark progress per the rank of your expedition. But we must now choose one. Either suffer costs en route, make a suffer move -2, or 2 suffer moves at -1, or face a peril at the waypoint. Envision what you encounter. Alrighty, so first I'm going to mark the progress, which is 1 full box. But let's find out what's at the waypoint. And that may influence how we deal with this. So I am looking at the space sightings on it's on page 140 of the preview edition book. And we are in the Expanse. And that is a 74. 74 on the Expanse table is comet with a trail of ionized gas. So I'm thinking that actually Janya comes out of that alternate space, and he's so close to this comet, this giant rock of ice that's just spewing a trail behind it, that we're going to do a suffer move of hull integrity for the ship, and of spirit for him, just because he comes out so close, and I think it rattles him. So first we are going to do for the ship, and for this we are doing withstand damage -1, drops us down to 4 integrity, and then we roll plus integrity. Oh, there we go. So our integrity is 4, plus our action die is a 5, so that's a 9. And I rolled a 1 and a 6, so that's a strong hit. For a strong hit, choose one. Bypass the damage. If your vehicle's not battered, take +1 integrity. Or, write it out, take +1 momentum. I think he's actually going to swerve out of the way. It looks like he's going to take some damage, but he actually doesn't, thankfully. And then he's going to endure stress. It just scares the heck out of him to come out of space and be right face first with a piece of rock the size of his ship, if not, actually probably far bigger. I mean, because those are usually a couple miles across. So, spirit's down to 4, but, oh! So I rolled a 1 on the action die, plus the 4, that's a 5, but I rolled a 3 and a 5 on the challenge die. So that is a weak hit. On endure stress. On a weak hit, if you are not shaken, you may lose momentum -1 in exchange for spirit. Otherwise, press on. I think I'm just gonna take the -1 to momentum instead, dropping us down to 3. So it turns out Janya jumps out of the drift, the hyperspace, whatever. He comes out and he's face first with this giant pile of rock. He maneuvers the ship, just barely doesn't crash into it or scrape it or anything. He just skates through the edge of the tail and takes some time to take a breather, just because that scared the bejeebus out of him. But, no harm done. Take a breath. We can move forward. We can do this. And so he's going to take some time recharging the E-drive, getting that up. And after a few hours of just sitting quietly, relaxing, listening to some music, maybe making some food, he sets out yet again for another leg of the expedition. Oh! So he's been going with his wits, which is his highest stat, so that is a +3, in addition to his action die, which is a 3 this time. But that's an 8 and a 9 on the challenge die, so that's a fail. That is a fail. On a miss, you are waylaid by a crisis, or arrive at a waypoint to confront an immediate hardship or threat. Do not mark progress. Pay the price. And to me, it feels pretty obvious what this has to be. This has to be the Valenus clan lying in wait here in the space between where they figured he was and some of the other allies, or potential allies. He hasn't even made allies. So the question is, how dire is this threat? How strong of a force is out here on patrol? Like, possibly he's really still close to the main route. Hopefully not. But it's time to roll the hundreds die and find out how scary is this encounter. That is a 25, which is actually just in the troublesome. So alrighty, so we're going to have a few ships here. Actually, with troublesome, let's just say it's one ship. He's got one ship that he's got to take care of in some way before it transmits his location. So Janya jumps into space and sees himself face to face with one of the Valenus clan ships. Dun-dun-dun! Dun-dun-dun!
To learn what happens, keep listening. This show is brought to you ad-free by privilege. No ads, no Patreon, just a cishet white man with disposable income and time. It is performed, edited, and all that good stuff by Redstone Archender. The story is powered by the game Ironsworn, Starforged by Shawn Tomkin. Outro by Glitter Snitchel, channeling the spirits. This has been a Sofa King Cool production.
This week's episode featured music by Tabletop Audio. Additional music also comes from freepd.com. Well, there y'all talk. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta give me a second. So, Janya is going to undertake an exposition. Take some time recharging his the E drive, getting that up.